Hi everyone, welcome back to Tyler T's Amateur Album Reviews, and this week's review episode will be about Silverchair's last album I'll be doing, because they broke up sadly, but Young Modern, which came out in 2007. This is their 5th studio album, and their last one. So like I said, Young Modern came out early 2007, it was recorded in 2006, and Silverchair, the album is very different. Even from Diorama. Obviously, it's very, very different from anything behind Diorama. Neon Ballroom, Freak Show, and Frog Song. It's way, way more different than that. But the thing with Diorama, it's similar in the sense, it has less orchestration, I believe. Like, it's the Van Dyke Parks, they actually had him work also on a few songs on this one too. But there was less orchestration overall, and it was kind of more like rock. But, so, I mean, I still like Diorama better because the orchestration and the lyrics and just the kind of crazy loopiness that is Diorama. But in a sense, you know, Young Modern also has those crazy loopy elements. But, like I said, it's like Diorama, if anything. If it's going to be a part 2 of anything, it's going to be a part 2 of Diorama. And it's the longest break between albums released, 5 years between Diorama and Young Modern, because Silverchair took a hiatus at the end of 2003. But yeah, it's a really good album, so I'm just gonna get right into it. So let's go. First track is Young Modern Station, and I think this is a great opening. It you know, builds up and then with the drums and gets going, and it has Young Modern in it, Young Modern Station, and actually in the Straight Lines music video, they actually are like at Young Modern Station. It's not a real station, obviously, but it's. I love the drums, and you know, the things that really stick out for this are definitely the drums and Daniel's vocals, because he's singing and then it gets like higher pitched, and then when he gets to the chorus, it makes you feel so far away. I just really love this song. Like I said, a lot of the songs in Young Modern I used to hate so much, and I couldn't tolerate them. But you know, let my guard down. You know, let them, you know, sink in, and they're really good songs. There's only a few that I'm not too fond of, or a couple, but yeah, Young Modern Station, great opener, and it's just a lot of elements in it are just really, you know, make me feel happy I guess, but also like I can still like kind of like, you know, move around and rock out. Like this album is more, I guess, of a dancey album, because Diorama is more of a sit down and really listen to. This is more of a get up and move. So, Young Modern Station gets 5 out of 5 stars. The next song is Straight Lines, and a lot of Silverchair fans, the ones that are more fans of their earlier stuff, will always criticize and call this song gay, but it starts out kind of slow, but it really picks up, and it brings you up, and it's like, yeah, I can accomplish anything. But as cliche as that may seem, it's a really good song, and it's the first single released off of Young Modern, and this song won many ARIA awards, or just like Freak did and Tomorrow. Those 3 songs won a good amount of awards in Australia. But it's a great rock song, and it's, you know, you just listen to it, give it to a chance, because it's probably one of the most criticized songs on the album, by old Silverchair fans at least. I give Straight Lines 4 out of 5 stars. Next song, If You Keep Losing Sleep. Now, this was the 3rd single released off of Young Modern, and Straight Lines was the first. If You Keep Losing Sleep, starts out really loopy with, you know, Dan kind of like, yeah, like not yelling, but like, anyway, know what to call that. Just like singing, but like really high pitched and like reverberating or whatever. But this song is one of the songs Van Dyke Parks worked on. Obviously, there's a lot of orchestration on it, but it's very loopy, and it's funny because the back roots of this song goes. The reason why it's so loopy, you could guess if you know about Dan's side project, The Dissociatives, in 2004. This was actually, If You Keep Losing Sleep, was actually like a working of a dissociative song that never came to fruition, so it wasn't on the album, but it was like reworked into a Silverchair song, and that's where most of the very, very poppy kind of like weird-ish element comes from. But I think that fits on Young Modern pretty good. I love the chorus, definitely, and I love the verses. They're just so interesting, and then Dan's vocals go so well with the orchestration going back and forth. And I love the part in the song where like everything stops for a bit, like, and then the orchestration picks up, and then Dan just comes in with the drums like kind of like a marching band kind of thing. But this is a very loopy song, and it's definitely one this will get you crazy and moving around. So I give If You Keep Losing Sleep 5 out of 5 stars. Next song is Reflections of a Sound, and this song was the second single released off of Young Modern. And it starts over with Daniel, singing, "In the sun we have found to be reflections of the sound." It's a very calm song, kind of like, just like, it's still rock, but it's like, it's really slower pace, and it's something, you can like nod your head to. And I really, really, really like this song, because a lot of the songs in this album aren't slow paced. They're kind of at least medium or fast paced, but this song is slow paced, and I really, really like that about this song. If it wasn't for just that fact, this would probably go down 1 more star. But the fact that this song is slow paced and it's kind of few and far between on this album, really it gives it that extra star for me. But I love the chorus, obviously, and this song, actually, there was earlier demos of Reflections of a Sound. I don't know if they were also kind of like If You Keep Losing Sleep, like earlier days of Dissociatives, but I know there was earlier demos of Reflections of a Sound, and it had a lot of different elements to it, and orchestration, I guess you could say. But like there was not really orchestration on this version, but on the demo version there was orchestration. It sounded a lot different. I could probably link you guys to that video, or if someone uploaded it. I'll put that down in the description box. But yeah, so this song is just really, this song I think also gets criticized too, just like Straight Lines, because a lot of people don't like the fact that it's slow paced, and they say it's kind of boring, but I just think it's slow paced, and I like that. So it's good to me. I really like it. Reflections of a Sound gets 5 out of 5 stars. Next song is Those Sleeping Birds, Part 1 / Strange Behavior / Those Sleeping Birds Part 2. I just say Those Sleeping Birds to refer to the whole thing. But this is one of the other songs Van Dyke Parks worked on with the orchestration. And this is one of my favorites off the album. This is probably my second favorite off the album, or tied for second. Second place is close between this and Young Modern Station. But I love the orchestration on this. And this song, at first, when it's like Those Sleeping Birds Part 1, it's really calm, and Dan's singing, and just slight orchestration. And then when it gets to Strange Behavior, there's orchestration, and Dan, really gets like really great singing going. And it's a long song. I mean, it's one of the longest ones that Silverchair have ever put out. It's I think more than 7 minutes long, and but that's because it kind of breaks it. It's not 3 different songs. That's what I don't understand. Some people divide it into 3 different songs. It's one whole song. It's the big song, and it's kind of like a story. It comes in the different like acts, and transfers. It transfers very smoothly, actually. But I think the song's very peaceful, and still, like, at least the first part and the second part of Those Sleeping Birds, and then Strange Behavior is, you know, the rocky part of it. And I think that all works very well. It's very cohesive and works great. So this song for me gets 5 out of 5 stars. Next song is The Man That Knew Too Much, and what I like about this song is, I'm going to start out, it starts out with drums and then guitar comes in. It's very funky, not like The Door kind of funky, but funky in a different sense. Too much. It's something, this is definitely one of those songs that if you're really into Silverchair and you're listening to this, you're going to get moving. You're going to get moving around, because this song is just, I just really love this song. It's very groovy. Obviously Daniel's vocals on this album are probably one of the best and most versatile. Diorama, I believe, is the best, but this on Young Modern, they're still very, very great, and his singing has improved greatly, and I think this song also demonstrates it pretty nicely. Because he can go from like singing and then kind of yelling singing, but like not screaming, just like still projects his voice louder. And the guitar is also one of the main instruments on this track I really like. So, and The Man That Knew Too Much gets 4 out of 5 stars. Next song is Waiting All Day, and this and Straight Lines, I think, are both co-produced with Julian Hamilton, or Daniel made this like with Julian Hamilton. I know Straight Lines was, but I think this was also too. Like, he wrote it with Julian Hamilton. But Waiting All Day is the first song that really caught my eye on Young Modern, and is my favorite track on Young Modern. Waiting All Day, I just love Daniel's vocals. I love the drums, how they're like got rhythm and beat, and the guitar when it gets in the chorus, it sounds very summery feeling, like it kind of sounds like a 50s 60s song, especially when it gets into the bridge, but because the keyboard, Paul Mac comes in with the keyboard, and it sounds really like 50s 60s-ish song, and I really like that. But on the chorus, it doesn't sound it so much, but what I like about that, to me, because the summery feeling, it kind of feels nostalgic for some reason, and I really, really like that. Like I said, Daniel's vocals and this and the guitar and drums all work very nicely, more so his vocals, but the chorus is just amazing. I could keep listening to it forever and ever. So Waiting All Day gets 5 out of 5 stars. Next song is Mind Reader. Now that the camera adjusts, Mind Reader. This was the 4th and last single released off of Young Modern in early 2008. This was released. Mind Reader is also it's kind of got that funky feeling, just like The Man That Knew Too Much, but this is more of a in your face kind of funky. But then I think the chorus is somehow less funky, if that makes any sense. And groovy, or whatever other words I could use, synonyms. But guitar and Daniel's vocals are definitely what sticks out in this track, I think. And I love when he just makes it like the grunts, or in like the ooh. And then you know what, I think it's Paul Mac, the keyboards on this I actually really like. So that's probably one of the only times I'm gonna compliment Paul Mac. But I really like him on here. And Daniel's like yelping like yow. I think it's really nice. It goes greatly with the song. So Mind Reader gets 4 out of 5 stars for me. So next song is Low, and this was I think the song's underrated, actually. It's, you know what, this song also is kind of slow paced. I said that The Reflection of the Sound was probably one of the only slow-paced songs, but you know what, I was wrong. Low is also very slow-paced, and that's also what I love about this. But I love Dano's vocals reverberate with the guitar. Like they hit that same kind of, like, they go together. They fit really nicely. And I love that. I absolutely love that. It fits so perfectly. And I love the lyrics on this song. This song has probably one of the best lyrics on Young Modern, I think. I just really like the lyrics. And the chorus, of course. Take a look, it's on your mind. Definitely the guitar and Daniel's vocals, like I said, make this song amazing. So Low gets 4 out of 5 stars. Next track is Insomnia, and I might get crap from some of you guys for this, but Insomnia is my least favorite song on Young Modern. It just doesn't really stick out for me. I don't know what it is, but I can't really pick up on that. But I do like it. I mean, I'll sleep, you know, for days, or whatever. You know, it takes a while to pick up for me, I think, and I just not really that like greatly fond of the lyrics. I mean, the lyrics are good, don't get me wrong, but I'm just not a huge fan of them. And I almost think this song at some points kind of seems like a small mess, just because. And I'm probably being hypocritical because I absolutely love Silverchair. It's just the song is just, I don't know, I just don't really like it that much. So I'm sorry. Insomnia only gets 2 out of 5 stars from me. Last song is All Across the World, and let me start with this is my second least favorite song, so I might get crap for that too. This is the third song Van Dyke Parks worked on, so there's a lot of orchestration. It's the closer of the album, and I also think this works very nicely as the closer. All Across the World, it's kind of like piecing things together, and I don't know, it just fits. But I do love the lyrics, and I do love the orchestration. It's just I just don't. It's not a bad song for me. Like Insomnia was kind of a bad song, but this song is good. It's average. It's not amazing, and it's not utter poop, but it's good, and you know, I'll listen to it and enjoy it. But it's not gonna get me really, you know, excited about it moving. But I still think it's nice, and I love the orchestration, obviously. The lyrics, like I said, are also very good. But All Across the World, I give 3 out of 5 stars. So, alright, so that concludes my Young Modern album review. Silverchair's last album I'll be reviewing until they come out with another one, hopefully in the future. A potential of 5 stars on each song, and there's 11 songs. So out of 55 stars, Young Modern for me gets 46 out of 55 stars. And 46 out of 55 is 83.6% about, and that actually is better than Frog Stomp. I do like Young Modern better than Frog Stomp, which I think is very funny. Just because I used to absolutely love Frog Stomp more than Young Modern, but this completely flipped, and so it's a very good percentage. So a percentage like that puts it in my top 10 albums of all time that I like. Like I said, Frog Stomp didn't make it onto that, so this is kind of just making it onto that list. But it's a really great album, and if you haven't already, pick it up. It's really great. Amazing orchestration, amazing, you know, pieces together. The lyrics, very, very good. I don't think it's as good as Diorama, but it's still very, very good. And like I said, if you haven't listened to any of the songs in it, you know, maybe you should try listening to some of them, because they're really great for most part. Obviously, I don't like Insomnia that much, but so yeah, great album. Pick it up, guys. And next week, I will be doing a different album from a different band. So the first episode where I'll be doing a different band. So and then from then on it'll probably be different unless there's 2 albums from a certain band that I really, really like. Example is Deftones. But I don't know if I'll be doing Deftones next week. It's still up in the air, so stay tuned.